Welcome back. So the last item of interest to sharpen is that decorative ceremonial axe. The client would like sharpened. I've decided I'm going to use the work sharp instead of the belt sander simply because to get this edge down here is almost impossible on the belt sander. But if I do it here, should be okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a brand new or nearly brand new 80 grit belt for the work sharp. And we're going to set the angle at 20 degrees, I think. Whoops, too far. There we go. So it's a 20-degree angle. All right. Let's do a few passes and see what happens. This is going to be awkward. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's super awkward. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. Be right back. Well, let's see what happens. Fortunately, this is one of those things where the angle's not as critical. But you'll be able to see we are getting a bit of a bevel on there, getting a bit of an edge on there. So I'm going to keep going at it, and I will be back in a bit. Okay, so you can see we formed a bevel. I did my best to hold this as level as I could as I went back and forth. And we have a definite burr on this side, which is, of course, what you're looking for. Um, I don't know if I've ever talked about why having a burr is important. We'll talk about that in another video. Anyway, so we've got this side, at least the first round, done. And we have a burr on this side. So I'm going to work on this side next. Okay, so I got a really good burr on there. So we're going from this new 80 to this 400. And we're going to see if we can bring that burr down. I'll give the edge a little bit of a, not quite polish, but, you know, bring it down a little. It's still a bit of a burr there, but much better. I saw some pieces fly off, which is interesting. Definitely an edge on there. I don't know if it's worth doing a paper test. Oh, yeah, it's worth doing a paper test. Let's get a proper piece of paper. And of course, now it doesn't want to do it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Much better than I was expecting. So there you have it. We've put an edge on a ceremonial sword, an unusual dagger, a spearhead, and a decorative axe. Interesting day for sure. Alright, if you have any questions or comments on any of the videos, please feel free to leave them. I'll be happy to answer them as best I can. In the meantime, I'm going to sign off, and I will see you next time. Thank you.